Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leora and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is actually going to be a wrapping tutorial. And if you're new here and you don't know, I used to do wrapping tutorials once a week for a long time. I have a playlist of, I don't know, 130 plus or whatever the number is, wrapping tutorials here on my channel, because of course this is a big part of my life and of my styling, and so I used to do that. Now I have not done it in quite some time, but now I kind of felt inspired to do it again, so that's what I'm doing here. But mostly, of course, my channel is about my love for makeup. So if you've just found me, I'm Leora. I'm a makeup artist and stylist, and I'm living for colorful makeup and colorful styling. Right now I am working with a very dark and grungy palette, so that's why my look is very dark today, but that is that. So feel free to check out my channel and of course also my social media, which is linked in the description box, so you can see what I'm all about, and subscribe to my channel because I would absolutely love to have you here. Okay, now let us go into it. This is more or less the look that I want to create with you today, and this is one with a tail, you know, because I have already mentioned on social media in the last weeks that I've been getting more back into this, and I used to be doing it. This is all the looks I wore. They all had a tail up until the point where I started to get into doing turbans, like turbans that are just like up here, okay? But now I found super size square scarves, and that kind of made the whole difference for me, because I'm going to show you this is a very large scarf. Okay, now I'm using my own scarves now in these tutorials because I'm not collaborating with Rapunzel anymore, so that is the reason why I cannot link anything, but you'll just use whatever you have or whatever you can find. Okay, so let me just dismantle myself, and then we'll try to recreate this look if I can figure it out. Sweeties, it is so hard for me to do this. That was also a reason why I stopped the wrapping tutorials, because it is super hard for me to recreate a wrap that I've done, because I usually do not think, and then while I'm wrapping in general I do think, but while I'm wrapping I never need to think. So that is why it is very hard for me to recreate what I've done, you know? So this wrap, you can tone it down, you can use smaller scarves, you can use less scarves, okay? But my whole intention with this wrap is that I have a lot of volume here in the tail and also on top, because both of these things I like very much. Okay, so of course if you want, then just tone it down to make it suitable for you. All right, now with this scarf here I have a special situation with the big one. One second, while I'm trying to take all of this off in a civilized manner and not just rip it off. Okay, so I'm going to show you in a second how this scarf looks, and I'm just going to leave my shaper on, which is, surprise my super old Wendy shaper. If you have watched my wrapping tutorials on my channel, you must know that this is absolutely my most favorite shaper of all times. This is the Wendy shaper from Rapunzel. Okay, so this is my first shaper. It is still my first shaper that I got from Rapunzel. I have two new ones, you know, but I still want to wear this old one. I don't know, it has holes. It's super worn out. It is not, doesn't cling to the head anymore. It is not even easy to wrap like this, but I just love it. It's like your old most favorite shoes, or like a super worn but loved handbag. You know, this is how much I love this shaper. I just cannot make myself use my new ones. I don't know. So let us just look at this scarf. Okay, so this scarf here is a super size square. I don't have like the normal size square right here, but I measured it before, and the normal sizes, they go till about, well, that doesn't mean anything to you because you cannot see the whole thing. They go till here, from here to here, okay? But this one has this much more. Okay, so it is super big. Now the problem with this particular scarf is, it's the beauty and also the problem for me, that two of the sides have these tassels on them. It's super cute, but it creates problems in wrapping. Okay, two sides have it and two sides don't have it. All right, so now I personally love it if there are tassels down, or if I have tassels just on the top or somewhere, so I can decorate myself, kind of, you know. But if they're everywhere, it creates problems for me because it wraps very bulkily, and it's kind of not my style, you know? I love tassels, don't get me wrong. I've also always in my wrapping tutorials said that I love tassels, and it's still true, but it's just not, I don't want to have them everywhere. I want to have them as highlights here and there, you know? So that's why I'm going to do something like an extra step that you don't have to do if you don't have a scarf that has tassels everywhere, okay? So first of all, I'm going to fold this supersized scarf to a triangle and try to sort myself out. Okay, sorry. And now I'm going to try to place this down sort of in the middle. I hope I can do this. I haven't done wrapping tutorials in such a long time. I'm very, very out of practice. So I'm going to put this down. Wait, I need to adjust my mirror a bit. Like this, and for now I'm just going to cross it over behind my head, which is not so easy because you have this very, very long tail. Let me just try to turn around. You have this very, very long tail, so you kind of have to fiddle around and just cross over the sides behind your head, okay? So now what I do, in order to get rid of these tassels that are coming up here. Now I have all the tassels hanging down, which is cute, which is what I want, but the ones that are coming up here now, I don't want them. So I'm going to actually try to put them inside this strand basically, and also on this side. And I'm going to just make them disappear like this because I don't want to have them up here. Like this. So now I am just going to cross over on the top and bring it back down. They're going to peep out a little bit, but that is okay. I'm going to cover that up. And then I'm going to tie a knot under the tail. Okay. So now once I've tied the knot and the whole thing is a little bit more secure, I can then play, of course, here with these parts and just tuck away whatever I want to tuck away. Thing is, sweeties, have you noticed my nails? It is very, very hard to wrap with nails like this. This is my first morning after I have applied my first polygel nails. My first like trying it myself, you know. It also looks a little bit messy. It's not, I don't have dirty nails. It is just, this is the color of the gel and I'm not 100% sure how much I like it yet, but it's okay. This is my next project. You know, this is my next project that I want to learn how to do polygel nails. Okay, sweeties, it makes the wrapping a little bit harder, but never mind that. Okay, now that we have this one down, I'm going to take this one. I think this is something like the Tough 2-in-1 from Rapunzel in like a cold brown, and that is the reason because I have a skirt. I'm wearing a skirt that is that brown, more or less, okay? So what I'm doing with this one is I want to first of all create more volume here, and I also want to cover up this, it's kind of messy, you know, so I want to cover it up and just add a little bit more volume. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm putting it here behind my head, under the tail, okay? And I'm bringing it up, crossing over, and I'm bringing it back down, kind of flatten it out a little bit in order to just cover up the messy parts here a little bit. And then I'm just going to also tie it here under the tail. Okay, if you cannot stand knots behind your head, this is not going to be for you. Alright, so then I have 2 more scarves to go, and you can just use one, whatever you want. I just wanted to add another one. They're also extremely light. Also, this one is extremely light. There is basically no weight to this. Okay, so sweeties, I'm going to use this one. This is like a dark, very dark cool brown with little silver specks on it, like sparkly specks. And this one here is a flowery one in blue with different blues, and also tassels here on the short side. Okay, a few tassels, not too much. All right, now I'm going to line them up next to each other, more or less, and then I'm going to place down these scarves from the top down. Okay, so I'm going to put them here. So either you want to cover up the blue or the brown, or, you know, just do whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. Do you hear the beeping? Yeah, it's not in your head, it's here too. There's a truck turning around in front of my house. Okay, sweeties, now I'm going to cross it over behind my head, under the tail. Oh, I wish this beeping would just be in my head. Okay, and now, wait, I need to tie this a little bit tighter, because you see how it's standing up here, okay? So that is not, it's not so pretty. So let's just move this to the front. Now I'm covering up the brown, which I had not done beforehand, but it doesn't matter. It's really just for the volume and to add more depth or more volume here, you know? So it doesn't really matter, I don't care. So now I'm going to just, I hope this beeping stops soon. Sweeties. This is horrible. All right, let us continue, and I'm going to bring up these two, and I'm going to just tie a knot up here. And now we're going to get the final volume boost here on top of the head, okay? So now you have already, you can see already that there are the cute tassels showing, there's a lot of volume here, and of course you have the long tail. And now I'm just going to like flip this back and forth here and just tuck it in loosely so it kind of looks wild. And if tassels want to show from the blue scarves, then they do, and if they don't, they don't, and it's not like, it's not a science, you know? So I'm just going to leave it like this, and I think it looks cute. Of course you can always then play with those and adjust them a little bit to your liking, and this is basically the finished look. So you see the tassels from here, and you see the tassels from here, and it's all around just really cute and playful, and it looks huge, but it is not really heavy, you know? It's really not heavy because I used very light scarves, besides of course that first one that is just so huge that it cannot possibly be really light. So that is basically that. I hope you will be able to recreate this if you like it, because it's really cute, and I just feel, you know, this whole thing with the tail is just so, I don't know, romantic and kind of, I don't know, just really charming and enchanting, I don't know, you know? So anyway, let me know down in the comments, of course, what you think, and if you want to recreate it, or if you're here for the makeup and you just popped in to see what I'm up to, so that is also cool. Just know that next time we're going to talk about makeup again. I might, of course, as the time goes on, go and make more wrapping tutorials here and there. It will never be, though, the main feature of my channel. I'm enjoying it a lot, but it is not really something that I think about, you know, believe it or not. So yeah, so I will keep doing them when I'm inspired to do so, and this time I definitely was inspired to do so. Yeah. Okay, sweeties, again, leave me your comments, of course. Check out my description box, because if you're here for the makeup, then feel free to check what I have on my face. Also, there are all my links to my social media for more looks and more inspiration. There are all my discount codes with the different brands, and of course also some ways to support my channel. And beyond that, I would love it if you were to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I shall see you here super soon for my next video. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.